Hey guys, welcome back to the Blue Podcast. Unfortunately, no guest this week, but I've got one better. I've got all the boys from the Purple Show. I've got Henry,
Hey.
Carlos, and Elk.
What's
How
up?
you guys doing?
Very good, thank you.
Very good.
Yeah, good to be here.
Yeah. So it's a bit weird having this setup where Dan's in front of me. I'm not used to this.
no.
I'm not used to this at all.
You get an upgrade this week.
You look me in the eyes this time now.
This week it's a bit more of a random one. We're going to talk about some stuff that we just kind of want to talk about on a podcast. Maybe hopefully it's interesting, and as much as it probably pains us to do, we're actually doing a Manchester United rebuild. So Henry is going to be the sporting director. We're going to be the scouts, and we're going to try and basically make Manchester United a better club.
It's not very difficult to be fair, but
Yeah,
So we're gonna like try to persuade him
Yes.
to like
yes.
sign who
use our
we
players,
want.
I'll go through it and kind of give you a bit more kind of background on
Yeah.
on the kind of concept.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting one that I kind of saw on the actual Football Daily podcast. So that's one you should check out after you've watched this one. This is where the concept came from, to give them credit. They've done a number of different teams over the years. So I thought we'll start with Manchester United because it's the most
Pure
interesting
shit state they're in,
and
right?
yeah, the state that we're in it's not good. It's the most interesting one to do, and then hopefully if this one's good and you guys enjoy it, we can do some more teams that are falling apart.
Yeah, that would be very fun.
And hopefully by the time this is out, Chelsea have smacked them as well. So
Well, yeah, this will be out tomorrow, and the Chelsea game will be in the evening.
yeah, so
Exactly. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Because I don't know what's going to happen in the game.
yeah, our game's actually gonna be ridiculous. I think
Oh yeah,
another 5-5 or something.
it could be mad. It could be ridiculous.
Score predictions, yeah?
Honestly,
I'll
I
say
think
is that Old Trafford or
No, it's not. It's
no,
Stamford Bridge, I
Stamford
think.
Bridge. I think
say 2-1 for Chelsea?
I think this is where we make a statement. I think it's 4-0 Chelsea.
Henry?
3-2 Man United.
I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea again. Like, I think
we're gonna make a statement and be like,
Yep.
yeah,
I think we're going to... I mean, Nkunku could be in the squad as well.
he could be.
Yeah,
At
but
least on
he's
the
not gonna
bench.
be fit.
At least on the
He's
bench.
not gonna
Oh,
be
it
fit.
doesn't matter.
Bro,
He
it takes him
comes
20
on and
minutes,
scores the
bro.
third goal, mate.
It takes him 20 minutes, score a brace.
Let's start off with as well, like, some of the biggest news that's come out yesterday. Well, the trailer.
Oh,
Oh,
mate,
yeah.
this looks so
GTA.
crazy. Insane. The quality,
The quality
Oh,
is
mate.
crazy.
They've
ridiculous.
been working on this thing for like 10 years. If the quality wasn't crazy, I would have been so disappointed.
Can we show like screenshots on the video here? So
Quality?
show them. Yeah, just like a couple of screenshots of like, you know,
What,
the trailer,
what
like,
city it remembered you to? Because it remembered me apart, like it's like a mix of America and Brazil for me. Like
Yeah.
a bit of
yeah,
Rio
I think
Janeiro,
it
that
was,
kind of
it was
vibes,
it's
yeah.
meant to be Miami, is it? I don't know. I can't remember which actual city is like based off, but it's like following Vice City. I know that from the old game, but like, it's ridiculous.
The
I saw
city
this
looks bigger as well. Like,
yeah, they
it looks
expanded the
like
map.
there's more-
Expanded the map massively.
It looks like there might be multiple locations as well, which would be interesting.
Yeah, I heard like they have to like actually travel to like different locations. Like, you know, like you have to take a plane or some shit like that. You know,
That sounds mad.
It's going to be crazy.
It's
It's going to be
crazy.
so good.
Because they
I like
have
that.
this game, what's it called? Starfield.
Oh,
Came out,
yeah.
I think it was Bethesda Studios.
Yeah.
And I played a bit of it, and there's some parts of the map where you have to literally like go on the train to get to like another part of the map. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, you don't stay on the train for long, but like, the
Mm.
animation
It's like a
is there.
cutscene.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe when it comes out in 2025, you might see a little Blue Podcast Boys.
A little
Playthrough.
playthrough.
Imagine,
Yeah.
we'll just do the story. That'd be...
That would be
No, but the graphics
so
is
crazy.
ridiculous. They
Oh,
paid
they look
over $1
phenomenal.
billion on
Yeah.
like, producing this game.
Mm.
How many
Wow.
years they've spent on it? Like, it has
Yeah,
to be
it's
like
got
top
to be
quality.
incredible. But then again, the expectations.
Yeah, the expectations.
Everybody wants this to be amazing. So
Yeah, it needs to be big. If it's not big, people start playing. If they're disappointed, it's gonna be bad, bro.
No,
Yeah.
definitely.
I think I've got good hopes over this one. I think it's going to be alright. It's got to be.
It's got to be, right? It's got to be.
After all this time and money, it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. Right. Should we just crack on with the United one, and then we can we can
Yeah,
talk about
just
some
get
stuff
right into
afterwards.
it, yeah.
Let's get right into it. It's going to be interesting.
I'm excited
Right.
though. I'm excited for this one.
Cool. So I'll go into a little bit of background then on the kind of subject that we're tackling. Please bear in mind this is a hypothetical situation. Do not, if you don't like the kind of situation that I've put us boys in, it's just my opinion of where it could be. Doesn't mean this is necessarily going to happen. Don't get too angry with me if you don't like some of my.
Yeah, get angry. As long as you get angry in the comments,
Voice your opinions for sure, but
And as long as it's only at Henry, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just a little disclaimer there for you. So
Probably going to comment about Henry's opinions.
right. So first of all, let's be clear. This is a new era for Man United. This is going to take place at the beginning of next season. So it's a summer transfer window. So it's not like you can't. It's not like a January transfer window where like there's limited stuff you can do. This is a full summer transfer window that we're going to use to kind of rebuild the team.
Yes.
So Jim Radcliffe has bought 100% of Man United. Of course, in real life, he's only buying 25% with a view to buy the rest later on. For this situation, he's bought 100% of the club, and the Glazers have agreed to sell because otherwise it would be boring because the Glazers wouldn't let us do anything.
Yes.
And that also means he's cleared the debts of the club as well.
No debts.
So there's no debts. There's no FFP to worry about.
Okay.
That's been cleared. And the money that Man United makes, there's no more dividends payments in the same way that the Glazers did. They took all the money out.
Okay.
Cool. So he has invested a load of money into the surrounding area of Manchester as well. And as well as rebuilding Old Trafford, improving it, fixing all the stands, improving it, adding a new stand, stuff like that, really bringing it back to life. So I did a bit of research to kind of make these numbers as accurate as possible. So based on current findings, the profit of Manchester United in a year is £165 million, which will be our base kind of amount of money.
And obviously in real life it would be like 10 because the Glazers would take it all.
Exactly, yes. So there you go. So you get it now.
I get it.
I've also said that Sir Jim Radcliffe would put up £100 million because I feel like that's a fair amount of money to put up as a new owner, quite rich. That is.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what Todd Bowley would have done.
Which he has done.
Which he did do. So it's £265 million to start the scenario. I'd also like to make a few staff changes. So, of course, Jim Radcliffe is the new owner. Per rumours, Jean-Claude Blanc.
You're getting Blanc-in.
Blanc is the new CEO of Manchester United. He was the director of PSG and then of Juventus after the whole disaster where they got relegated.
Yeah.
He came in and rebuilt them, and of course they won a bunch of league titles off the back of that. So I feel he's perfect experience to be the CEO of a football club.
I've just seen who's next.
The director of football is going to be me.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, in real life, it would not be me. It would be somebody else. But for this scenario, I get to basically chat to our scouts here and make decisions based on what they suggest.
Do we have scouting names?
Oh, come on. You got to come up with them. Go on, what's your scouting name, Dan?
Just call me Elk, innit?
Yeah, Elk.
Elk.
Nasib. And McManimal.
Incredible. To assist me, I am going to bring in the sporting director, however. There's a few options here that Man United are looking at. Paul Mitchell being the biggest name.
Obviously.
Former Tottenham, former Southampton, also former Monaco, making some great deals, including Sassy for 10 million, Kevin Volland for 8. And then, of course, making that 38 million profit off to Sassy, selling him back to Chelsea, and selling academy products like Tchouaméni for 70 million to Real Madrid. He obviously knows what he's doing.
I mean, could you not kind of say that actually those were kind of gifted to him? Especially like Tchouaméni?
In a sense, but of course he did it at Tottenham, and of course he brought in players like Son and Ali.
Yeah.
Ali being the big one, of course. Like he was at the time, he was massive, and he found him from MK Dons for under is it £1 million? It's not a lot of money.
It was nothing. Yeah.
The other options I think we should consider are Lee Congdon, who's currently working at Atalanta, but did spells at Hamburg and at Sunderland over the past 10 years or so. He's a good sporting director, a safe pair of hands.
Who's that last one?
And the last one is just left his current club, and that's Paolo Maldini. He's the technical director of AC Milan, in which they won their first league title in quite a while. Made some great signings, including Rafael Leao, Theo Hernandez for not much money, Benacer, Mike Maignan, Fikayo Tomori for only £28 million.
Yeah, but that was more Chelsea's terrible dealings than anything else.
And Sandro Tonali for 11 million. Of course, then he sold Tonali for 18 million.
Yes.
So obviously
and
knows
now
what
he's banned.
And now he can't play. So.
I think for this scenario, we'll go with Paul Mitchell, just because I know him.
Yeah, that's right.
I know, and he's English, and he's from Manchester, so it makes more sense.
All right.
And the final thing just to consider in terms of staff is that Ten Hag is staying on as the manager.
Boo!
We've got to trust the manager, trust the system.
Should be a whole rebuild.
Yeah, bro.
Get
Baldy out. Like
for this scenario, we're going to go with Ten Hag.
What did Haley call him again in the last show? Baldy and Johnny Sins.
Baldy.
Bro, we need to put some respect on Ten Hag's name. If he was working for an actually well-run club, he'd do stuff. So we're going to keep him. His stuff at Ajax, the way he ran that club was incredible. So I'm happy
look
to
at
keep
Ajax
him.
now. Like
without him, they fall apart.
Terrible.
But in all fairness, they have also lost Van der Sar
and
Overmars and a bunch of other names on their board. So it's not just Ten Hag.
Yeah,
and they lost their assistant manager. But cool.
Who? Let's just go straight into the positions you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, in order to kind of show you kind of what positions I need, I've broken down kind of how the squad's being managed. So first of all, we've let some players go. So first of all, Tom Heaton's gone on a free. I feel like this guy could stay or go, or we could use an academy boy instead. Like, it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
But he's probably going to go and be a staff at fucking Ipswich or something. Johnny Evans, his contract's run out. He's going on a free.
Yeah.
I'm selling Harry Maguire.
Slabhead.
Slabhead's
Not
gone.
your dad.
He's your
Why are you
boy-
selling your dad for?
What are you saying, your man?
He's your boyos, bro. You can't.
He's performed well. We just upped his price a little bit, in my opinion. But
Wait, how much are you selling him for then? If you've upped his price,
I'm selling him for 20 million. I feel like we can get 20 for him.
I think you can.
Off West Ham.
I think you can. Yeah.
yeah.
There was a time where I would have said 10, but I
Is
think
that everything's very hyped up? Bro.
Yeah.
20 million
Yes.
is a lot of money.
it's a lot of money. But I feel like we could get 20 from West Ham for him, 100%.
Yeah. If another English team comes, I think you can get 20.
We had the same thing with
English tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, right, we had this with Chris Smalling as well, where it was like, but he's good for us in some games. Yeah, he can be good for us in some games, but he's too unreliable. We need someone consistent. We need someone quality
Yeah.
if we're going to challenge for league titles and Champions Leagues, which is what we need to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm saying no. Victor Lindelof
You hate
must
him
leave
anyway.
the country and never come back. So I've said 10. I said 10 million for him.
Jesus Christ.
To be honest, if someone offered me 1 million right now, I'd take it as well.
You
But I've
rate
said-
him more.
You don't rate Lindelof at all.
I
You
do
don't
not.
rate Victor Lindelof less than Harry Maguire. You never do that.
The thing
bro.
is with
How?
Harry Maguire's not dangerous because Ten Hag knows exactly.
Harry Maguire is dangerous every time
Bro,
he's
he's-
close to a football. He's
No,
He's
no, no,
dangerous
right.
to your own team, bro.
Yeah.
Ten
Like,
Hag knows exactly what's going on. Ten Hag is blind to Lindelof. He will just keep playing him until like his leg drops off or something. Like you've got to get rid of him so Ten Hag doesn't play him.
there must be a reason. You called him a great manager, and you're saying he's not playing him. Like he's playing him. And you're
He's
complaining
made some
he's playing
rogue
him.
shouts. I think it's down to availability. I think if we get rid of Lindelof and bring in a better centre back, he'll just play the better
Yeah.
centre back. So it's fixable. This one could go either way, and I might end up swapping this at some point. But I've said that Reguilon's going to go back to Tottenham at the end of his loan. He could stay. He could go. He'd be a reliable option, especially if Malacia picks up another injury.
Yeah.
But for now, I've said he's going to go back to Tottenham. He's had some good performances, but I'm going to sell Dallo because I think we can do a lot better.
Okay.
I think we could do a lot better. So I feel like
Yes.
20 million is fair based on the performances and the versatility as
Yeah.
well. He can play both.
He's still
two positions.
relatively young.
Relatively
Yeah.
young, yeah. 20 million, I think it's fair. I've let someone go on a cheap. He could end up going on a free, but I've said 5 million for Ericsson.
Maybe.
He's just got no legs left.
I could imagine like a.
Every
Yeah.
time he's on the ball, he just looks weak, and
Yeah.
he's got a good range of passing on him. But for a Premier League side, he just gets run over.
I could
every
imagine
single
like
game.
FC Copenhagen pick him up. Like
yeah,
you know,
or Ajax. Back to
Even
Ajax.
Ajax,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And go back to playing as a 10 and just float around like Juan Mata did for a bit in
Yeah.
Japan and stuff. Donny van de Beek for 10 million. Again, another
Fine.
cheap fee
Mhm.
for a squad player. We'll wrap for him now. Martial, I've said 10 million. I could take him for a free. I don't care. Just go.
Yeah.
Two interesting ones now, just to end it off. I said I could get 25 each for Anthony and Sancho. 25
Yeah.
for Sancho has been reported in the press a lot from
Mhm.
Juventus. They've said about that fee. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's fair. Anthony, I feel like we just need to get him gone because again, Ten Hag will play. It's Ten Hag's boy,
The fidget spinner.
the fidget spinner. I've given
How
him
much do
time.
you guys spend on him again?
100 million. It's
And you're
embarrassing.
gonna let him go for 20.
I'm letting him go for
Like,
25 because I just want to get him out.
Man United. bro.
Again,
It's
Ten
Man
Hag will
United
just keep
that.
playing him, and I think we can do a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot better. Like, who was it that?
I think the
Jurgen Klopp
Glazers
wanted?
would have sacked you if you let him go for 25, though.
Probably, but the Glazers aren't here anymore.
Yeah,
so it's
so
a new
it's
era.
all good.
Who was it that Jurgen Klopp wanted on the right wing originally? It was somebody. It was some big name that flopped eventually. I can't remember who it was now. And the director at the time said, "No, we're going to buy you this guy instead," and it was Mo Salah. Mo Salah was not a Klopp signing. So sometimes you just need to tell the manager, actually, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So we're going to get rid of Anthony and bring in our own names in that position instead. So that's with the sale. So that's raised about 125 million.
Yeah.
I'm going to take 10 million off that though because I'm going to make Amrabat permanent
Okay.
Okay.
as a midfield squad player. Can cover at fullback as well. Just a useful player to have around the squad. Good energy, good vibe around the squad as well. You
Yeah.
can see him in that Morocco game. He's good. Hannibal Medri is a part of the squad, but he's being sent out on loan somewhere.
Madri.
Medri, Hannibal.
Oh, Hannibal.
Yeah, you know who I mean. Yeah, he's going out on a loan for the season, and I'm promoting Amad Diallo to the first team as a right wing
Okay.
option.
Cool.
To play some games.
All right. So we need.
So, yeah, where do you want us to start?
So, with the current squad then, and the 308 million that we've raised, I am looking for you guys to sign a certain number of players. So that's going to be 2 centre-backs, 1 as a starter playing at the right side, 1 as a backup to Martinez on the left side. A new right-back to replace Dalot and to provide competition for Wan-Bissaka. 2 centre-mids, 1 to start and 1 to back him up. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking here De Jong style, like picking the ball up.
I've gone a little bit more attacking.
A little bit more. The tactic needs to be kind of someone who can bring the ball forward and bring it forward.
Trust me, he can bring the ball forward.
Be athletic.
Easy stuff.
And then a senior right winger to replace Pellistri as the starter, because again, I love Pellistri, but he needs to be on the bench. And then a striker to provide rotation for Højlund.
It's not going to be rotation.
It's not rotation.
Just to score as many goals as possible, because we're lacking goals in this team, and an experienced striker is exactly what we need right here. So we will start off with the centre-backs and then kind of move our way up the pitch.
Yep.
You seem ready for this, Tom. Why don't you kick us off with one of your centre-backs?
So I've gone for a 26-year-old. He's the oldest player that I've picked.
Okay.
He's currently playing in the Serie A.
Okay.
Got voted the top centre-back in the Serie A in 2021-22.
I like it.
Plays for Juventus. Gleison Bremer.
Ooh, I like that shout.
Solid
Right
shout.
off the bat.
Currently 40 M's on 40 million euros.
Okay. Just to clarify, we're using Transfermarkt for our values here.
Yeah.
We've left a little bit of budget left over
I've
at
left
the
some
end
budget at the end as well.
for English tax, because it does happen. So it could be more than that, but we're just going to use that value for now.
But in terms of a right-sided centre-back,
Solid option.
very, very solid option. And one who's, going to slot straight into that team.
How many M's was it again?
40 million euros.
Well, euros.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a good fee for a decent centre back.
£35 million.
Yeah. It's not bad.
I've got my figures in pounds and euros, so.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe put it in, let's say it's £40 million because of the English tax.
Exactly.
It's not too bad.
It's plenty of room to pay that kind of money for a centre back that's quality, Champions League proven.
Yeah.
I like a good shout.
Yeah.
Elk, why don't you give us your
I've
option?
gone with another player from the Serie A,
Ooh.
an Italian,
Ooh.
Alessandro Bastoni.
I was debating him.
24-year-old, part of the team of the season in Serie A last year,
Mhm.
part of the Champions League team of the season last year.
Mhm.
Was it last? Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
Within finals, won the Serie A as well with Inter Milan a couple of years ago.
Mm.
Couple Coppa Italias, and it's just all around. He's a solid,
He's a solid shout.
solid shout.
I wanted
He's got
to.
height on him as well.
Yeah.
He's
That's why I was thinking you need a powerful person.
because
next to
Lautaro's not the biggest.
yeah.
Although he's great in the air, not gonna lie, he's been decent in the air. But I didn't want another. I looked at Koundé and I was like, he's a bit short. I can't have 2 short ones.
Yeah, you want someone with a bit of
Yeah.
physical
That's why I went
dominance.
Bremer as well. He's
he's a big guy.
He's built.
Because you see Martinez just coming out the line and
the
pressing.
price for Bastoni is £51 million.
So that's why I say he's more.
expensive.
A little bit more.
They're
Younger.
very similar players in my
Younger
opinion.
as well, though.
He's younger, but also I just don't know if Inter will let him go. Do you know what I mean? He's like their little star boy.
It would be difficult, but it's doable.
Yeah.
But
Especially given
it's
they
going to
still
be
owe
like,
us
I
for
think it'll be
you
like
for
80,
Lukaku.
85, realistically.
No, yeah, but this is based off the transfer budget
Yeah,
you're given and
true.
based off the values.
Of the
this is
transfer
what we
marks.
have.
This is
and
what we
see.
Bastoni is there as an option fully.
This is the
then.
right one, isn't it? Right centre back.
Yeah.
The right side is the starter. The guy
Yeah,
who
this is a
starts.
starter. Bastoni.
Yeah, so
It has to.
I can't believe no one said Matis de Ligt.
I thought about
Oh.
De Ligt. I thought
De
about
Ligt is a
it,
player that
but
it goes into the Erik Ten Hag system perfectly. He's barely playing at Bayern Munich, and I reckon Man United can get it for a fair price.
Yeah.
So he's 70 million euros.
he is 70
He-
million euros.
Probably get him for less money because he's not playing.
He's not playing at all, and he's
barely-
unhappy. That's
Yeah.
a shout. I didn't think of him.
I thought about him.
He's just the
but I
perfect centre
swear, I
back,
think
man.
I thought he was playing left centre back for
Yeah.
Ajax most of the time, and as well when he played for Bayern, his left centre back.
He's
Yeah.
very
It's
too.
Kim Min Jae is the one on the right, and who's the other one?
I was tempted
Yeah.
by Kim Min Jae as well.
I was
But he
tempted,
don't-
but he
but
just
he-
because
No,
he
like,
just
Kim
because he just
Min-jae's
went to
playing
he just
better.
went to Bayern, so I was
Yeah.
like, I don't
I
think
doubt he moves.
Yeah,
We were looking at him in the summer. We had the release clause open, and we decided not to go for it because of the limitation in our budget.
yeah.
Thank you, guys.
And De Ligt also recently went to Bayern. No, like
It was a
2
couple of
years
years
ago.
ago, though.
Was it a couple of
A
years
few
ago? now?
seasons ago now.
Yeah, it's
Shit,
been a
yeah.
while.
He's not being a consistent player, so
No.
I reckon he's going to move.
And
to go to
working
another
under
place.
Ten Hag again, like it's big. We need that key player that understands Ten Hag's system from Ajax that he's trying to
Mhm.
build here. And I don't think De Jong makes the move. So I think
No, De
De
Jong's
Ligt.
not going to do
No,
that.
De Jong's not
No.
going to do it, unfortunately. So I reckon De
Semantic
Ligt
Ligt.
is a good option.
I'll write him down.
Very good option.
I am surprised that no one, because you both give the centre backs from the Serie
Yeah.
A. I'm surprised no one mentioned the Englishman that's playing. at the
Chris
moment.
Smalling.
Well, Tomori.
The guy-
Don't worry.
No, Chris Smalling is playing amazing.
I
football
thought
at
I
Roma.
thought about Chris Smalling,
He's
but
playing amazing
I
But
just
football.
don't think he'd.
He'll-
again.
do
it
it
in,
to United.
Also, I don't want him back.
I think he's enjoying
I'm talking
himself
about
there as well.
Fikayo.
Like,
But Chris Smalling coming back to United would be an amazing move. I'm telling
Fikayo,
you, it would be amazing.
no, I don't.
Yeah,
No.
because he's playing really, really, really good. Like,
Yeah,
really
no,
good.
he's not athletic enough for me.
yeah, I think the pace of the Premier League is a bit like the
Yeah.
kind of like, I don't know,
Thing is,
physical attributes.
We've
like,
seen Fikayo Tomori be physically dominant and pacey in this area, and also we've seen him play in England a bit. I just think he would want to move back to England to play for one of the best clubs in England to put himself on Gareth Southgate's watch
Smalling
list.
or tomorrow?
Tomori.
Yeah.
Because if he does, then he gets in that England team.
yeah.
And he might have that starting spot, especially if we get rid of Maguire
Yeah.
to West Ham as well. He loves the big clubs, does Southgate. So I think it would work very well for him. He might be a little bit cheaper
He's
as well.
40 M's.
Yeah, he's going to be about the same as you
That
guys
Euros.
is.
Yeah.
And doesn't he also play right back a little bit?
No, he's not Chalobah.
He's
No.
right-sided though, isn't he?
Yeah,
That's
he's
what I'm saying, 'cause
right-sided.
I reckon he'd be quite good at like covering the channels. Which is what I'm
But
thinking.
The only thing with Tomori, I'd say
He's
again, he's small. With Lautaro, they're both small.
Yeah.
Centre
That's
backs.
okay, shit, good shout.
Like-
Who's the tallest then out of the options?
Probably
I think
Bastoni.
Bastoni's taller, I
Bastoni.
think,
But-
over Bremer.
But like Bremer's like
Then-
He's henge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the
But
legs,
I'd say the
man.
same about Tomori though. I'd say he's
Bremer's not
henge.
slow either.
Neither is Bastoni.
They're-
I would say.
yeah, they're both-
I'm
they're
fully
both good
backing
shouts.
Bastoni here. I think he's a solid. Like, you're paying the money, yeah. But I think United
He's
have
not
always
quick.
had a shit defense, man. Put money into it,
Yeah.
like put money
Yeah.
on a good player, not fucking Maguire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do think that's a good idea, and I do rate the kind of this is the position to really price out at. I do like all your options, but the fact that he
Should we maybe not decide yet? 'Cause
Yeah,
obviously
we can, like, look
the
at-
budget's
yeah.
going to be the issue.
They may
Yeah,
adjust,
true,
like may
okay.
So
vary.
let's
I
go
have
through
got a
all
favourite
the.
man.
You go through the
positions.
positions. Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to right back then.
No, we've got the left-sided backup.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
about
left
that.
sided
Martinez
centre
is a backup because he keeps getting injured. For God's
Yep.
sake.
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy needs to probably be a bit younger and be able to cover.
Yep.
He probably can play, but isn't going
Yep.
to demand starting football. So why don't you start us off this time, Carlos?
I couldn't see a lot of left-footed centre back, so I think that Pau Torres could be an option.
He's
Yeah.
going to cost
Yeah.
an arm.
And also
Yeah, but
because he's just gone to Villa, like,
he just left as well.
and Villa doing fantastic as well.
It's
So
apparently only 45 million, but he's not going to be only 45.
Yeah,
no, of course he's going
When
to
it's
be
the
more.
Prem.
But he's a consistent option.
Yeah.
He could be great for United.
the English tax there,
Yeah.
100%.
I've
Elk.
gone for he's not younger, but he's just a bit more like he's more experienced, and just because Martinez is injured all the time, I've gone for Lucas Hernandez. He's not too expensive. He's got great
Cover at left
experience.
back.
Can cover at left back as well.
It's a good one. It's a good shot. I like that.
Lucas Hernandez is solid. He chips in with a goal or two for Bayern as well.
He's,
every now
he's
and then.
quite maybe not for a centre back, but he is quite slow.
He is slow, but like this is like if you have like Bastoni or someone who can cover the pace on the other side, you're all right.
Very true. I mean, my one thing with Lucas Hernandez is he has just moved to PSG again. He's just
Yeah,
gone.
Yeah.
he's not going to be able to probably go.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, he has got experience in 3 of the top 5 major leagues
Yeah.
and done well and won league titles at all of them,
Mm.
or will do when he
Yeah.
wins one with PSG, because that's going to happen.
yeah. most
I'm
likely.
interested if you guys actually know who I've put in here.
I like that.
Gonçalo Inacio.
Oh,
Ignacio.
yes. I love it. I love
Good
that.
shout.
I think he's
30
one.
million euros, 22 years old, left-footed, left-sided centre-back.
He's one. He's
Yeah.
one. He's one.
Really?
Yeah, he's one.
Okay.
Already, we won't make a decision.
I mean,
now.
yeah, I
do
can't
my
say
research
much
pays
more
off.
because Lucas did move recently.
Yeah.
To make a move for a player outside of the top 5 leagues is mad, because not only has we've got him for Portugal, so we know
My
he's
only
good,
thought with that
he's
one
gonna
is
be cheap and he's going to want to
No,
move.
My only
30,
thought with
30.
that
I think he's going
He's
to be
going to
more
be
money.
driven.
my only thought with that
Maybe more.
if Martinez is injured and you have Ignacio and then you have another like player who's not been in Prem for a while, like it could, you know what I mean?
It's
You're
always a risk.
remaking
It's always
a
gonna
whole
be a
full.
risk,
It's always going to be a
You're,
risk.
yeah, you're going to remake a whole defense basically. The right back's going to change as well. Stuff
But
three
the thing is
players.
that
all we
all
knew.
of our right-sided centre-backs were new,
Yeah.
new to the Prem.
Yeah,
other than
that's what I'm
Other
saying.
than Tomori.
Yeah.
But like again, that's still a risk with Tomori because
Exactly.
if Martinez is playing, then that's too small.
We're
centre-back.
replacing 2 centre backs
Yeah.
here. There's a scenario where, like, say, both the new guys start and no one knows the Prem, but it's fine as long as we know
Yeah.
that they're going to perform, which I think we did.
I think sorry, not the Prem. I meant just like general experience as well. I was like,
I think with Inacio,
yeah.
like in terms of like the style of a centre back, he is similar to Martinez. So it's more
Yeah.
of a like for like swap,
Mm.
and then you've still got that like more of a brute
Yeah.
on the right.
He's a little bit taller than Nacio.
He is.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not
will
hard.
help. Because
It's not
yeah.
hard. It's not hard to be taller than
But I suppose
Martinez.
he was like 6 foot something, wasn't he? You can have a look. I
Uh,
mean, he's got the attributes to kind of press like Martinez does, but he has
Yeah.
that aerial.
Yeah.
Martinez is dominant aerially, whilst being small.
Yeah.
Inacio has the ability to be an absolute boss if
Yeah.
he does what he does in Portugal.
He's only 6'1". He's smaller than me.
Oh, I thought he was taller. It's his frame. He's a little bit slighter, isn't he? He looks a lot taller.
I haven't searched it up, but he's going to be expensive, I think. And I don't know if he's left-sided. It's Antonio Silva.
Oh, yeah, he's the other one.
Yes.
There's two in Portugal at the moment. I could see us going for both of them.
Yeah.
Benfica.
Yeah,
Benfica high drive,
Antonio
20 years
Silva.
old,
bargain, though.
45 M's.
Yeah, no.
There's going to be way more money, bro.
Is he right-sided or left-sided, though?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. You could buy both of them technically, but I just.
I mean, I feel like as a Man United fan, you'd love to buy both of them.
Oh yeah, but my thought is, look what happened with Enzo Fernandez. As much as he's good, £100 million is a lot of money.
Bro,
to spend.
you're probably the first
Enzo-
person
Enzo,
ever
no,
to
no.
like actually like
Bro, what?
question his price tag. No one's ever questioned his price tag because he's that fucking
Bro,
good.
he's 100
Just to move on from that stupid comment.
Yeah.
Silva's right-sided centre-back, so.
Sorry?
I just-
Antonio Silva.
Yeah.
Antonio
Yeah.
Silva's going to be 100 million as well. I don't want to spend 100 million pounds on a backup centre back. So
Yeah, no,
So
definitely not.
currently, we're going shallow in that.
especially given
Yeah.
we want João Neves, and I don't think we do both. So I reckon João Neves is a name for later. But
Yeah.
cool.
Right back.
Cool. We'll make our decisions later.
Right back.
Move on to right back. Yeah, that's the one. Dallo.
This guy is only 12 million. He's proven in the Premier League. Tarek Lamptey.
I
I
like this.
Don't see it.
No?
I really like
Don't see
this.
it.
Bro,
He's
because
also-
of-
he's quite
you just need
injury prone as
someone
well,
that's
no?
competing with Wan-Bissaka. He's performing phenomenally for Brighton.
Hmm.
And I think in terms of how he plays, he fits United very well.
Yeah.
He's quick going forwards. He's quick coming back. Like, if they want to play counter-attacking football, Tarek Lamptey's
I
phenomenal.
think
at that,
I have a
100%.
name who is maybe, if not better, like on par at
Hmm.
least with him. But this season has been phenomenal.
I think I know
It's
who it
Jeremy
is.
Frimpong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was waiting for this.
Frimpong would be
But
crazy.
Frimpong is not really right back.
No, he's a right wing back, but
I don't see. They need
Huh?
to change the system. Frimpong
Really?
is. If you want to ask, like for example, Wan-Bissaka is that type of right back that has like those defensive qualities. Frimpong is completely the opposite.
but Frimpong does
So he's not-
give you like an offensive thing.
No, of course,
Wan-Bissaka
but-
doesn't like.
No, of course, but you need to
Give you
change the
anything
whole
else,
system. for
Yeah, he
them.
needs to be playing right wing back.
I mean,
I don't think he needs
He
to be.
doesn't
That. I
need
think
to
he can.
be,
I
no.
think he
Also,
can still
I don't
adapt.
think, I don't
bro.
think United
he's that
will
good. He's young.
ever be able to sign him. Like,
Frimpong, he's
yeah,
going straight to Real Madrid.
yeah, he'll go to a top.
No, I know,
side.
but we're talking about hypothetical world.
Ah, yeah, of
right
in this
now,
hypothetical
you know?
world, United
It's
So, like-
hypothetical, but like at the same time, we need to be realistic with it. Frimpong's
Yeah,
never
but
gonna go
if
to
United strike
I don't
before
think it
Madrid,
is
who's going to get him?
unrealistic.
If
He's been
Madrid
linked
are going to
for a
wait
while.
5 years for him, United want him now. What's he
Yeah.
going to do? Wait Bayern for 5
No,
years?
but I genuinely think there's going to be multiple top clubs in for him. If not Bayern Munich,
course.
like if not Bayern
Going
Munich,
to be
one of the
Inter-
top Premier League sides.
Yeah,
and
but
I just
Man
don't
United's
think
guaranteed to start for him.
yeah, and
Like,
playing in
who's
the
his
Prem
competition?
under Ten
Wan-Bissaka.
Hag.
But I
Yeah.
don't think he's
Under
right
Ten
back.
Hag.
Yeah, bro, this guy's Dutch. This
No,
guy's
oh my
Dutch. This guy will love Ten Hag. Let's be honest. And playing with
Yeah.
if we
He's
do
Dutch
sign
as well.
Delict as well, another
Yeah, the
reason why
Dutch
he would come.
pairing.
I think it's very feasible.
I think
But
it's
to
very
get
feasible.
Frimpong, you need to for you to have him like playing at the level he's playing right now. You need to change the system, and you're not
True.
going
I
to.
thi-
You're
I
not going
think
to
he
change
can
the
learn,
whole
bro.
system just for.
Here's the thing: Victor Moses was a right mid, right winger. He learned to play right wing back in
Yeah,
one
but right
season.
wing back's different to right back.
That's what I'm saying. But from a right
Frimpong's
right
already
mid
been
to
playing
right
right
wing
back.
back's different too. No,
Mm.
like it's very different. Right wing, like Victor Moses played right wing back.
And to be fair, before this
And-
season, Frimpong was playing right back.
Exactly. Like
And also, if you look at like a close example, it probably not as the same quality, but if you look at Cucurella in Spain, played left midfield,
yeah.
even higher up the pitch,
Yeah.
and then he got moved to Brighton and was the league's best left back.
Yeah.
You can
And I
do
think
both.
he's had an uptake in performance for Chelsea this season as well, Cucurella. As much as I
Yeah,
got annoyed
yes.
with him a lot last year.
He's
but-
played much better.
I think
Yeah.
it's definitely doable, and also I know there's a £40 million release clause. at the
Yeah.
end of the year,
and
so
it's
that
a
would be active.
juicy like release clause that.
What on Frimpong?
And Frimpong, yeah, £40 million. I reckon, given the fact we're selling Dallo, who's our attacking option,
Yeah.
Frimpong is the best replacement for that, because then you can have
Because
Wan-Bissaka as your
Yeah,
defensive
if
right
you
back.
if you are like winning a game and you want to defend, just stick with Bissaka on instead. You don't need to have
Exactly.
that attacking option anymore.
You
Put
can change your
Bissaka on.
tactic and adjust it based on the opponent, and you have an attacker and you have a defender.
Yeah.
That's how it works kind of well with Dallo. I just think we could do better.
Yeah,
And
I think
Frimpong-
Frimpong is an improvement of Dallo.
Yeah. I was just trying to be like realistic and cheeky.
Yeah. I do really like Lamptey, and he should
Yeah.
be playing more for Brighton. The fact that he isn't playing is mental to
plays.
me.
Yeah, he still plays. I think
On and
he's
off.
been injured sometimes. Like
Yeah.
Last
just, like
season he
niggled.
was-
Yeah, He's, like,
I don't
injured
think
all the
Zerbi
time.
likes him that much. He prefers Veltman. He prefers that defensive right back.
yeah, that-
But- Carlos, what's your options?
Very different, bro. I have experienced
Bellerin.
player.
Bellerin?
No. 5-time Champions League winner, experienced player at Real Madrid, Very, very good right back. Danny
Carvajal.
Carvajal I have there.
But he's
See
not
who-
going to be there for long, though.
What?
He would
He's
not be there for long.
I saw, yeah,
Well,
just,
backup.
To be a
He's a
backup.
player that he's gonna. He's a player that he's gonna play and he's gonna perform.
How much
all the
would
way.
you say he would cost though?
Not a lot because he needs to leave Real Madrid at this
Who,
point.
who does he play? Who plays?
Yeah,
at
no,
right
he
back?
plays, but because they don't have like another right back. But he's been like so much time at Real Madrid that maybe next season or the following season he'll get Frimpong, for example. He'll be out. Have no chance.
He probably wouldn't cost too much. I mean,
Yeah, he'll
12
be.
million.
It's a
12 million,
cheap
yeah.
player.
I
cheap
think here's the
experienced
thing.
player.
when's his
you
contract?
did the same thing with Varane, and you're getting rid of him now. You're gonna do the same thing again.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're not getting
Hey,
rid of him in this
Carvajal.
scenario, but
Yeah,
he might
you
leave.
wouldn't-
Personally, for me,
if
no.
you've got the new owner, you don't want to
No,
be starting
I
that
don't
trend.
think so. Yeah.
No,
For
I
me,
think
no.
Well, with Casemiro, where, for example.
it does. It does
Yeah.
work.
It's like you might as well sign as
Yeah, I mean,
Felipe
you get
as well, you
getting
know?
top players. The thing is that
He would
they're
be a
gonna
good
in the
leader
club
in
more
the
than 3 or
squad.
4
He's a
years.
good leader, yeah.
But
But
given we've got Casemiro starting and Bruno
Yeah.
is a captain in there, Rashford is a reasonable leader,
No, he's
Luke
not.
Shaw as well. I don't think we need it. I don't think it's necessary.
no.
In my opinion, if he's good at what he's offering, I just don't think what he's offering is worth
hmm
it to us personally. So, as I say, we'll make a decision later on, but for
name's
now,
there,
I think I know who I want to pick.
Alright.
So we'll move into midfield then. So these two players are going to be
Well,
kind of
oh yeah.
Some
subbing.
ballers.
Oh,
in
bro, I
Midfield.
got a
I've got
baller.
some. I got two.
Honestly,
I
I'm
got
not
two-
gonna lie. Like, I don't even know if these are
ballers.
fully feasible in terms of like whether they would come, but like
Yeah.
they're ballers, bro.
But we'll judge
Do you know
that when
what
we hear them.
my combined price for my two centre mids with an average age of 18 years old?
This guy
just took the
boss,
120 million.
Oh, bro, I got.
It's 120 million, and it's like 117, 120.
No, I've got a
Oh my
baller.
God.
like
Two Spanish
absolute
players
baller.
here.
Yeah.
Ballers.
So-
I've got
It's
a
ballers.
So one of these is going to
Stallion,
back
bro.
up the other one. So
Yeah.
I mean, you seem excited, so
I'm
let's go
excited.
for it.
Yeah.
So
Go
my
for it.
my starter is Xavi Simmons,
Oh.
and my backup is Warren's Yari Emery.
Mm.
That's
a
very
start.
difficult. That's very difficult.
That's a
Hamid.
one of them is difficult. The other one isn't. I reckon
What? Who's
Xavi
the-
Simmons is doable.
Doable, but
Xavi Simmons is doable because they sold him before and they could make money on him and just let him go. But I think
I don't know.
Zayn Emery, they love him. He's
Say Emery
their
is like
boy.
the star.
Yeah,
boy of
I don't-
PSG.
yeah.
He's not
Just
leaving.
chuck some money at it.
I think
PSG
no,
will take the money for it.
the thing for
PSG
me.
will, like the owners will take the money for it.
But I
him.
thought you wanted a Frankie de Jong type player. That's
Bro,
the thing.
They can.
That's
be.
the only
They
thing.
can be.
Xavi
bro.
Simmons is very
Bro,
attacking, but there's a way
yeah.
of doing
You have
it.
Casemiro there. You have Bruno there. They're
In
the
a more
grafters, and
physical
then you have
league
the
as well,
two-
like-
you have the two just star boys.
And you got Amrabat to come on as
Yeah,
well.
like you can like play football, man. You've got new owners. Like make that midfield.
Okay,
just
let me
star,
give you
bro.
let me give you a midfielder as a
And
fucking
think about
package,
them.
bro.
Think about them under Ten Hag.
Oh, he would get so much.
Let
out
me
of
give
him,
you a
he
midfielder
really
that's
would.
gonna give you a whole package, bro.
on.
Nicolo Barella.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
No, but Nico, for me it's
insane.
impossible. I don't see him leaving Inter. Like
He
it's
can.
like
I think he could leave Inter, 100%.
You
There's
couldn't
always
do
been
him
rumors
and
about
if
him
you
get
leaving.
Nicolo Varela, you have what to play.
See, he's bro. He's about to like. I don't know. I don't say it, but like he's on something, bro. Like
No, he's good.
he's a
really good.
really good
He's
player.
very
I think
good.
consistent, isn't he? Like this is
he's.
what he is.
Oh, bro. Like I think he's just behind Verratti in terms of like Italians. Like legit.
I
Like
think he could be like better.
Yeah, I agree.
He
I
could be
agree.
better.
yeah, he could be
But
better.
Ver-
But
Verratti's
Verratti
really
is
good.
really good as well.
Really,
He's
really good.
insane. Like.
Yeah. Okay, so what about your backup? then?
And
Who's
the
your
backup one, because he's like at least on transfer market, his price is pretty decent. I'd say like 29 million euros, pounds. Sorry,
Brea.
no,
Oh.
No.
Marcos Llorente, and he can also cover in right back.
Yeah.
Like he can cover in different positions. Very versatile player.
Don't see him play.
No,
I
he
don't
does.
see- I-
Atleti financially aren't that great. Right
No,
now.
but I can
If-
see him leaving at
Yeah,
Real
if
Madrid.
a good
But
offer comes in, I think it could
Well,
happen.
I don't see him
100%.
having that role at Man
I
United.
also want both of my players over him.
There's some interesting
100%.
options in there. I mean, I've got to pick. I could do what I want.
Yeah.
Carlos first.
Do you want to write down the figures as well?
Yeah. So is it
Barella
29?
is 64 million pounds,
Okay.
and Llorente is 29 million pounds.
Okay. Llorente, I like especially as a
Marcus
squad
Llorente
player.
is good.
For 29 million pounds,
Yeah.
I think
That's
that
what I
would
mean.
work
Like
well.
the price is very solid. And
I also feel like he
versatile.
could do the Casemiro role somewhat decently if Casemiro gets injured or just
Yeah, like
just
he
drops off.
can fill in like if needs be. Like he's not going
Yeah.
to like be like the main guy there, but
He's that versatility, that squad being able to be a squad player, that's crucial.
yeah.
Okay, Carlos.
And his
Valid.
experience is
Hit me up with
hell,
some
bro.
options, bro.
So, big shout for midfield. First, say Dani Parejo. No, Dani
Okay,
Parejo.
okay.
Baller. He'll just come
Okay.
in the team, You can play him CDM, you can play him CM. He'll go like pop, pop, pop.
Is
ball
that
here, ball here, long ball.
the bench one or the starter?
Depends, because the other one is a player that currently is injured, and because how his team Barcelona is playing, Gundogan is playing, Pedri is playing, everyone in the field is performing really good football. I don't think Gavi will be a starter when he comes back. So I see him going to Man United, at least in a loan. I see it happening.
How much?
Gundogan's playing really good football. Frankie de Jong is playing really good football. Pedri's playing really good football. Javi doesn't have it.
He's a 90 million euros.
Ooh.
And he'll be an
My worry is not money. My worry is feasibility. Again, same with Zayn Emery.
I also think
Gavi
one thing you've got to remember, he's got a long-term injury as Gavi. A lot can happen in that time. Those players you're talking about that balling could get injured. They could get
There's
hurt.
a risk there as well with Gavi.
And Gavi coming back, like maybe like De Jong or something gets injured and like that space opens up for him to come back into the team and he balls and then what?
Exactly.
You know? That's the only thing with Gavi. And Gavi is like one of their stars. It's like he's their boy, bro. He's Barca's boy. Like they're not gonna let him go easy.
No.
He's like a Zayn Emery thing. Like it's like one of their boys. They're not gonna let him go easy.
No, I don't think they will either.
It's like Chelsea selling Reece James. Like it's not gonna happen like that easily.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna take insane amount.
Yeah.
Like,
Clubs have the people that come through the academy and just end up being their kind of top players.
It's
And
Reece James for us, yeah.
Reece James,
like,
Marcus Rashford,
yeah.
Zayn Emery.
It's Foden
Gavi.
for City. Like
We don't talk about that bald fraud. But let's not get into that debate.
he's better than your star boy, though. I reckon.
Let's move on to the right wing then, and we'll come back and make decisions on the midfield because there's some good options.
There's a lot,
I've
bro.
got some thoughts going on my
Bro,
head.
I'd be so stressed if I were you because it's a lot of good players.
There's a lot of good players.
And it's hard. You have to combine the. It depends on what you pick in different positions as well.
Exactly. We have got a substantial budget though, so we should be okay.
Yeah.
We'll start with Elk.
With
your
right
right
wing, my right winger. Oof, I've gone very Italian. I've realized, but this guy for me changes the game immediately. Is Federico Chiesa? Absolutely insane player.
Baller there.
I see
for £38.5 million. That is a bargain. At least it's not gonna be that price. Definitely not. But like based on the value, like bro,
based
really
on
insane player.
Based on current reports, I really see this one happening because the current kind of feeling is that there's a deal that could be done where Sancho goes one way and Chiesa goes the other.
That'd be
so.
And Juventus are prone to doing stupid deals like the whole Cancelo and Danilo thing. I think that was stupid as well.
Exactly.
Letting Cancelo go for Danilo. And they need money, Juventus.
Exactly. There's 100% a way of doing that deal. It's very doable.
I think it'll be like
it's very safe.
It'll be like the Lukaku Vlahovic kind of thing that Chelsea and Juventus wanted from Chelsea, where they wanted money plus Lukaku and Chelsea get Vlahovic, but that never happened. But I could see the same thing with Sancho plus money. For
100%, and we do that deal, and I reckon they do it because again, Juventus financially they've just had that big issue, haven't they? They've fired all their people.
At least in this world where the Glazers aren't around, that happens.
It's a smart piece of business. It's very safe. I'm wondering if one of you two has a less safe option that I should be going for. We'll start with Carlos.
Player that has already experience in the Prem. He's not really performing really good at Barcelona. He's a quality right wing.
I know you're talking about now.
Rafinha.
Ooh.
I saw this, but I also saw how much Barcelona want for him.
It's going to be a lot.
Like stupid, like 80 million.
80 million?
60, 80. Like,
because
I
played
think you
for
can get
Leeds.
it for because he's underperforming. I think you can get it for the same price they bought. They bought. And it was 70 million euros. So that's how much pounds.
I think.
We'll just do 60 million euros. Like that's it's not much.
And he's a player that you know who perform.
Yeah, he did it for Leeds. Yeah, of course. I mean,
I don't rate him as highly.
I don't rate him as highly. No.
For me, like you're paying more for a shittier player than Chiesa. Like
it feels very Anthony. It feels
honestly, it does.
No.
I would love to sign him just so I could piss off the Leeds fans, though. That would be good. That would be enjoyable. Another one of their best players played also for United.
Yeah, maybe he's scoring a hat-trick against Leeds. Or a last-minute winner against Leeds.
Maybe.
Or Wilfried Gnonto.
Sorry,
that's another option. I'm just going to bring that to the table now. Wilfried Gnonto.
Gnonto is a baller, though.
Oh, yeah. I'd 100% do that deal. Especially if they don't go up this season.
Yeah.
But let's move on. Tom, bring me the juice.
Samuel Chukwueze.
Ooh.
Yeah. I thought about that one.
Milan.
I thought that one, but he just recently went to Milan. That's the only...
I wasn't expecting that. I'm not going to lie. That's not where I thought you were going to go with that.
I think he'd fit United really well. I don't know, just... You've not had a good just direct running right winger for a long time, and he's just like the definition of running at players. Like, and he's not that expensive, and it means you can probably like get a better centre back and maybe a better midfielder and a better striker. But I think he'd ball out for United.
How much is he?
25 million euros.
How old is he?
He is 24.
Okay.
Like, he's just getting into his prime. He's playing very well for AC Milan.
This was going to be my next question, because I don't know how well he's doing in Milan.
But for what I saw in Spain, he's a weird player. Like he'll go and play versus Real Madrid. He score a brace.
I saw Chelsea were linked to him at one point, and I looked at his highlights.
He's a player that when he's like in a good game, he's amazing.
He's amazing.
Best player in the team, but there's no game that he just disappears.
There's no consistency.
Sounds a bit Martial-y.
Okay. Yeah, I did.
You know what I mean?
Man United player,
and that's why I said he fits United really well.
Man United players that don't have good consistency, it's a love right there. So you can sign him,
I think he'd fit United. I just think he'd fit United really well.
Direct running
right wing. Just for me, right wing, like between the three options, I still have to stick with Chiesa. Like, everything you guys have said, Chiesa is also like capable.
I mean, I'll keep my thoughts on this one under my hat until we make a decision, because I've kind of got an opinion, but I'm not going to share it just yet.
Yeah. Striker time.
Striker time.
Where the money goes.
Ooh.
Right. Carlos, you kick us off. You do it.
Go on.
Show me the juice.
So, big experience in the Prem. Have been scoring goals for at least, for what I know, 2 or 3 seasons. Sadly, he's not playing football right now. Ivan Toney.
Okay, good start. Of course, he's had that kind of 6-month break due to the gambling issues that he's had. He's very quick, very dominant. I do like the idea of this player. He seems very similar to Højlund, which I like. I wonder how much is Tony? Do you reckon?
He's apparently 35 million.
Gonna be 60.
60 at least.
But he's a player that he's good at free kicks, good at penalties. He guarantees you like 15 goals a season.
It's his confidence is just mad.
Yeah,
like, he's just a player that he'll do it.
His mentality is amazing. And of course, you do worry about that, taking that break out of football and what he's been doing, how he's been keeping
he just seems like the type of person who'd be like on that training pitch every day.
Yeah.
Like, just I'm gonna be the best when I come back.
That reminds me, just whilst we're talking about strikers, I forgot to mention a rogue thing that I've done. Of course, there's one name in midfield that we never mentioned. We never spoke about him being sold. We never spoke about him as an option in midfield. That's because he's not a midfielder in my system. Scott McTominay is going to be our third choice striker. As a physical target man to throw on at the end of the game.
Every football team, bro.
I'm going to use him as a striker because that's what he played in the academy and that's what he does for Scotland, and he's incredible at it. So he's going to be our backup third striker. So I don't want anyone who's just.
So he's not going to be playing midfield at all, like for you.
No, he's going to be our striker, our third striker. This not upon Michelle. Elk, who's your striker?
I've had a couple things about this. The name I will say is the big money one. And because we're in this hypothetical world, new owners want to make a statement. He's like with the biggest name that you could probably put out there. There's a couple, but Victor Osimhen is just...
Yep, okay.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Very good one.
The other name I had was a very different option. Is more like the backup, like,
backup to Højlund.
Yeah, backup to Højlund. But no, Osimhen is not.
No, I'm saying the next one must be terrible then if he's a backup.
No, it's just because of his age and everything. But I think he's been brilliant this season. Mauro Icardi.
He's like over 30.
Yeah,
cheap.
And it's just like he's gonna guarantee you goals as well. Like
that's what I was expecting.
He's a crazy man, bro.
He'll
just drop out the season just because he has like some bullshit with his girl.
Yes, that's the thing. That's the only. That's the one where you look at personality and you think,
Garnacho's missus just goes missing out of nowhere. Icardi's just like wiping her up.
Yeah,
Garnacho's missing.
It's just wiped up by Icardi.
She's like 18.
Bro, that's man's 30, bro. Icardi's 30, bro.
But he doesn't care. He'll do whatever.
She's young enough to be his daughter.
Yeah,
almost.
And
but
those are the main names I was thinking about. Jimenez as well, but Jimenez
still South American.
Sergio Jimenez from Feyenoord.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, a bit younger. Yeah, I like that. Right then, Tom, you've been bigging this one up.
I've not been bigging it up. It's just
statement signing.
Lautaro Martinez.
This man.
This man
is a very good one, but I don't see it happening.
I don't know. I think I have a lot of words about this man, actually. He's a great player. I think he's good, very good. But I think he disappears sometimes when you need him. I think if you watch Argentina's run, in the World Cup, this man almost cost them a lot of games. The amount of chances he missed, like, ridiculous. I think if you want a top quality striker at Manchester United for 100 million, I don't think Lautaro Martinez.
But the reason I have him in as well is more his build-up play. If you've got Rashford, Martinez, Chukwueze with like Xavi Simons behind them, he doesn't have to be the one scoring all the goals. His build-up play, which is why he worked so well with Lukaku, was because he'd get that little like dink pull through to like Lukaku. And if you've got Rashford and Chukwueze who are just literally running at the box the whole time with Xavi Simons in behind, that's a lot of goals.
No, but and also like the only games that I see him like playing like properly, like missing a lot of chances, is those with Argentina and maybe a bit in the Champions League final, but he underperformed. But in the Serie A, he's just amazing.
He's amazing.
He's banging goals. Like the 2-3 weeks ago, he scored like 4 goals. Then he got brace. Just very, very good.
In terms of form right now as well, he's
And the only thing I would say about both our options of Osimhen and Lautaro
is we don't know
Italian strikers coming to the Premier
League.
Not the Italian League strikers coming to the Premier League has never always like hit the ground running.
I'm concerned, right, because Lautaro Martinez has been at Inter Milan a long time now, and we've not even seen much of rumours about him leaving.
We've seen loads of rumours.
I
saw like
seen
thing like
I've seen.
He's never come close.
I've seen Madrid. I've seen Bayern. I've seen.
I've seen
United.
But no one has made that move, and I
because
wonder why.
Inter asked for a lot of money.
They asked for like
100 million, something like that. But
if he were that good, they would have signed. They would have sold.
Yeah,
him.
I feel like
not
I feel like a club would do it for Osimhen, but a club wouldn't do it for Lautaro the same amount of money.
Because Osimhen's younger.
Okay, yeah,
Osimhen is younger. I just think
footballing ability-wise, I think he's better than Lautaro as well. Like in terms of like finishing those chances.
Potential-wise, definitely.
Yeah.
Potential-wise, definitely.
But also, guys, we forget Martinez is only 25.
He definitely feels older than that. In all fairness,
like he's been around for so long.
He's been around. Like, he signed for Inter and then he started playing.
Yeah, like he's still not in his prime.
No,
he's not. No,
I see it like very good.
Yeah,
good shout.
It is a good shout. It's given me a lot to think about. So let's go through and kind of make decisions then. So
you've got to make the decision.
I've got to make decisions. So centre back. We'll start with our starter. So it was Bastoni, De Ligt, and Bremer.
You need to take consideration the transfer budget.
Well, I think he picks the players, and then we can
give
figure
him
out the transfer budget.
Well, I've got the numbers kind of in my head. So the player I'm going for, I just think we need somebody who's going to make Ten Hag's system pop, and I think De Ligt does that. I think it's doable. I like the fact that he's not playing and the fact that we can make it work. Given the quality of centre-backs at Bayern, I still think he's going to be more than good enough, especially playing back for Ten Hag. So I'm going to go with £70 million on Matthias De Ligt.
Okay. Knowledge, guys. Knowledge.
I like it. I mean, I do like, but Bastoni and Bremer are both good. My one concern with Bremer is that he's only ever done it at Juventus, and I think it was Sassuolo before that.
Torino, I think, as well.
Was it Torino?
Bremer,
it might have been Torino. Yeah, Torino, sorry. I mean, Bastoni's been doing it for Inter Milan a longer, so it's a bit more of a shout in my opinion, but I just like the idea of De Ligt knowing the system just seems to work.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fair enough. Backups, you went with Pau Torres. No. No, too much. Maybe. On a back, and he wouldn't want to be. I don't think he'd want to be a backup either. I don't think he
wouldn't be like a backup.
He'd rather
He'll be like
stay
competing. He'll be competing.
Yeah, no.
And Lucas Hernandez
and what was it?
Inacio.
Oh yeah. How much was Inacio again?
30.
30. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
30
Has to be.
This is easy. For now.
So you've now spent 100 million on centre backs.
I think that's good though, because I feel like our defence is kind of.
You do need it.
Yeah,
you need it.
Yeah, 100 of our 380 million pounds that we've got to spend.
Yeah.
So
you've got you have 380 million. You've got 443 million euros.
So this is all in euros.
This is all in euros.
Right. Okay. Cool. Sorry.
So you've got plenty of
plenty of room.
Yeah.
Our right backs then it was Frimpong,
Dani Carvajal,
and Lamptey.
Any kind of closing arguments to throw in there before I make a decision?
I think Frimpong and Lamptey are pretty much like you're getting the same type of player. It's just whoever you think's better.
I think
really.
Frimpong is honestly
like
the injuries of Lamptey over the last 2 years. I would take that in consideration as well.
Yeah,
he has been injured.
But that's what I was thinking though with Wan-Bissaka and Lamptey. There's no like the chances of both of them being out is very slim. And I think they're both English. Well, technically Lamptey's now playing for Ghana.
Yeah.
But
he's played in the Prem all his career.
I think there's going to be healthy competition there. If you bring in Frimpong, Wan-Bissaka's gonna think he's not going to be playing.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
could
piss off
also
on
do
Saka.
the opposite, and
He
in
could do the
fact, like do the thing. And Frimpong is Dutch. De Ligt is Dutch.
De Ligt
Yeah.
Dutch,
Ten Hag is Dutch. Like, if anyone's gonna mold him into a
Malacia.
tactic, it's gonna be Ten Hag helping a young
Yeah.
Dutch player into his own system with a
Who-
Dutch
See
centre
Frimpong
back to
there.
help him.
Who played right back for him at Ajax? Who was it?
Oh, can't remember
Was it
now.
Mazraoui?
I don't know.
I think it was
Yes.
Mazraoui.
yes,
Mazraoui
yes,
is towards the end, but
Mazraoui
before
was-
I
that,
forget. Is he the one that played inverted?
No, it was Daily
Wait.
Blind. No,
Blind. Oh, he played centre back for them at one point as well.
Yeah.
no, it was Tagliafico, Daily Blind, Matis De Ligt, and Mazraoui.
Mazraoui. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I see Luke Shaw as a kind of like wide, like, very similar to Tagliafico as that wide attacker. So Lamptey can play left back though.
He's got options.
He can play inverted a lot
He could
better.
also play in the wing if needed.
I think Frimpong could do that.
Frimpong
too,
is
as a
I-
right winger.
I'm struggling to say no to Frimpong just because of how good he is. But I
Frimpong
like the
is just
idea.
currently a better version of Lamptey, like in terms of performance right now. I when you said Frimpong, I was like, you know what, actually, probably going to be
Yeah,
Frimpong.
Frimpong, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
I think for the
what?
As
price
much
as
I
well,
want the
like
price, yeah, he's only.
you got a
40.
release
40
clause of 40
million.
million. Like
Yeah.
It's gonna be more, but still.
I
the release
kind
clause
of
is 40 million, bro. Release clause.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so
the
40
deciding
million.
factor I think is just going to be the fact that Lamptey is just a slightly better version of Dalot, and I kind of want to make a change here, really improve the team, and Frimpong is that big.
Yeah.
change.
He's a big change.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for Frimpong. I mean,
It
I
has to
love
be.
that one. Took me a while though, because I like
Yeah.
the idea that you kind of have this kind of inverted right back playing for Ten Hag most of the time. Like De Ligt's going to be able to do that. Lamptey's going to be able to do that a lot better. But no, we'll go with Frimpong. I'm sure he can learn. Centre mids.
Oh.
Centre mids.
This is big. Who are you going for the big one?
I might do something strange.
What are the options again? Like
We got Xavi Simons.
Xavi Simmons and Zayn Emery,
Gavi.
Gavi and
Gavi.
Parejo.
and then
Barella.
Barella and Llorente.
Some good
30
options
million
there.
Llorente.
I'm going to do one thing kind of wild, first of all. I'm going to take Xavi Simmons as like a wild card, not as one of the centre mids, because I feel like you are right. He's not a centre mid,
Yeah.
but I want him still.
He does play. He can play centre
He
mid.
can do it.
Yeah, but when
I
he's
think-
performing better, he's not playing.
I do
better.
think
Exactly.
in the Premier League, if Xavi Simmons would play deeper in midfield, he will get bullied.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
I
agreed.
think so.
Playing at a camp, he'll be fantastic, like Juan
Yeah.
Mata, fantastic. But like you imagine like against Casemiro,
He's
Casemiro
70
fucking
mil.
shoot him to the outside the
70
stadium, bro.
Is he actually?
70 M's, yeah.
I'm doing it. Screw it. We've got the room in the budget.
So that's
I'm-
the
I'm
wild card pick.
I'm going to take him as a wild card just because I really,
Okay,
really,
wait. By the
really
end of
want
it,
him.
let me and Carlos give out one more wild card to
Yes.
compete.
Yeah,
Xavi
yeah.
Simmons.
Okay, cool.
So that's like an unlimited budget, like any like amount of money,
I feel like as the backup,
but realistic.
I'm gonna take Marcus Llorente over like someone like Parejo. I think because I feel like Marcus Llorente.
Over Emery.
I don't see it happening. I don't see it.
He'd be amazing.
He would be.
No,
No,
amazing.
it would be, but like it's so
like
hard
Gavi.
to get
It's
him
not.
out. Yeah, it's like
And
Gavi, it's
also,
hard to get them
We've
out
got
of
such
that.
a
Like
small sample size. He could flop, and we wouldn't know. He probably won't, but he could. So
He
we don't
could,
know
yeah.
yet. So I'm gonna take
Oh,
Llorente.
17
and the
years old.
versa
17 years old, already valued at 50 million.
How much was Llorente?
29 million pounds.
30.
Yeah.
I need to pick a starter.
Yeah.
So I've got Barella, Gavi.
That's it.
I've got Barella or Gavi.
Barella, bro, is like
Barella just screams consistency to me.
I think it's what United are missing.
I don't know in Man United team, bro. I don't know that team.
Gavi seems
would be-
unfeasible. That's
Gavi,
my
I
one.
think
thing.
he's
Yeah.
just unfeasible.
It's
yeah.
unfeasible.
I see it'd be a
But
good
imagine
option.
Gavi, bro, because Gavi's that type of player. He'll be like this. He'll get a man like this and tackle him, destroy him, bro.
yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah,
the thing
it
is,
would
he
be
would.
good.
But it's just about whether
He's
he
such a little
like
rat.
yeah.
He's such a little rat. He's such a good player, but he's such a rat.
Hate him.
He
Yeah.
is. I mean,
Eh,
I just
think-
don't think.
I
he
think
does
you
it.
know what it is. I think you guys signed Barella. You turned this man to the star he deserves to be.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
He deserves the.
He
Like-
would be quality. He would be our kind of, you said our Verratti, our
Yeah.
kind of like consistent quality midfielder, just keeping things
Yeah.
ticking over.
United have lacked like consistency for it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go double down here for some reason. How much was?
Barella was 60 million, I think. Let me double
60
check this.
M's.
64. 64
60,
million.
we'll go 60. Just keep it,
Yeah,
keep it
but
kind of even.
not Gavi.
Not Gavi. No, I just don't think it's doable.
No, not Gavi. To be fair, he's a Betis Academy player. so
I
we
went.
don't
I
like
went.
him. We don't
Is he
like him. Yeah,
actually?
he is,
Shit.
yes, of course.
Oh,
he is.
Fair
damn.
enough.
Of course he is.
I didn't know. Bro, the thing is, right, I was playing kind of Football Manager like 3 years ago, and I was like, oh, Gavi coming out of the academy of managing Barcelona. I renamed him to Xavi and just had him in my team, and then 3 years later he becomes a first team man. I'm like, oh shit, I used to rename you to Xavi. That's funny. Right winger.
Chukwueze.
Chiesa.
Rafinha.
Chiesa.
Yeah, I think he was going to go Chiesa.
I just think
How much?
I think he's very similar to Chukwueze, actually. I just think he's better.
And he's also done it,
For
like in the
less money.
Euros finals.
Yeah.
He's done it.
Yeah, and the fact that we can do the deal with Juventus for
Sancho.
Sancho,
Yeah,
yeah.
we always remember that Euros
Just
from
false.
Chiesa, bro.
Oh,
That
bro.
was-
No,
I
burn out my
What's
memory,
that?
bro.
40, yeah.
40,
Fair
yeah,
enough.
40 M's I think it was.
Nice.
38.5,
I'd,
yeah,
I'd
40
say
M's.
probably you have to get it. You wouldn't be less than 40.
No,
Yeah.
we'll go with the transmark values because I think it's the closest
Yeah.
accurate we can get.
And I
without
think we
actually
should
being
try and
real.
have a little bit of leftover budget
Yeah.
just for that, like.
English tax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And then the strikers. The strikers.
These are the...
This is big.
I think that you should go with a good option.
I'm gonna go with a good option.
So who do we got? We got
Victor Osimhen.
Victor Osimhen, Lautaro Martinez.
Ivan Toney.
Tony.
I'm really surprised that nobody brought Harry Kane to the table.
Because you're never going to get him.
Yeah, and because I don't think he's leaving Bayern, bro. The man is on top of the world right now. Like,
He is on top of
This
the
is the
world.
big thing for me with him going to Bayern Munich. Is I think his confidence going into the Euros
Yeah.
is going to be
phenomenal,
nuts.
insane.
I think it's going to be nuts. He's going to win his first trophy. He's going to be thinking, I'm like the best player in the world right now. He's probably going to go further in the Champions League than
Yeah.
he's ever done. Well, actually, no, that's wrong because he might win the Champions League. Like,
And also, I feel like, you know, like now that he's not playing in England, like the other English players, they're gonna be like looking, not maybe like knowing what he's up to. So like, you know, it's him. He's gonna be able to stand and be like, yo,
Yeah.
look what I'm doing. Like,
yeah. And he can
I'm
speak
do-
German now.
oh,
bits of
really?
Bits of German.
Bits of it.
He's a good lad.
There
I'm-
you go.
It's probably like scripted
Spurs.
for him.
Yeah.
My one thought, and it's my one thought with Harry Kane every single time I hear about him, is he wants that record of Shearer's. He wants it. And I think 1 year in
He does.
Germany with the confidence boost,
I mean,
winning
yeah,
a trophy, so he's got that out of the way, comes back to England and just goes ham.
But I don't think he
Not
stays
Man
one.
United,
I think
bro.
he's
Not
he's
Man
gonna
United.
stay a couple more years in Bayern.
And then,
at
and then
least.
he will go back to Spurs and retire.
Yeah,
He'll get
I see him
yeah.
that. I see him if he go back to England, he goes to
Yeah,
Spurs.
I don't think
But
he'll
I-
go
the
to.
The thing is, right, Spurs are never winning a Premier League. Man United could win the Premier League.
no, but I
He
think
won't care about the
I think here's the thing, right? Like now that he's left Spurs, he's done the thing that I guess he's wanted to do for ages. That the option of United is completely out now because he's done that thing of leaving Spurs, and now
Yeah.
he's at Bayern. If he were to leave, he'd only go back to Spurs
Yeah.
because that's like him showing his loyalty to the
Well,
club.
I'll heed your guys' judgment in this situation, but I feel like we could be looking back at this and feeling quite stupid in a few years. when he does
Potentially,
sign.
but I don't
Probably
think
not.
I'm gonna be stupid with the Harry Kane one.
In
So,
terms
yeah.
of the striker, I've spent quite a lot, and I've spent money on Xavi Simmons as well.
Should we see how much you have left?
Yeah, let's top the total. So
I'll get the calculator out.
cool.
Yeah.
So we've spent 100 million on defenders to start, and then 40 on Frimpong as well.
100
140.
plus 40.
Add on 90 for the midfielders.
Yep.
Add on 40 for,
We're at
Chiesa.
270, yep.
and then add 70 on, assuming for Xavi Simmons as well.
So we have exactly 100 million euros left.
And that's perfect for Victor Osimhen.
But we also want to leave.
I love that
Martinez.
Martinez.
But we also want to leave some for English tax as well.
Yes.
Well, we would have 3.5 million left over.
On English tax. That's not a lot. I
Yeah.
kind of feel like Tony's an option here. You know.
I do think Tony is.
yeah.
an option,
Syria
though.
Syria is a risky move. I love Osman, and I've been looking at him. Of course, you've got that link with Igalo and the
Yeah.
Nigerian
Yeah.
thing. Links with Chelsea as well. And he is quality, and he would get goals.
I think
know
that's
he
the other
would,
thing is
but
like that Chelsea will be in the market for him.
Yeah.
Like they are gonna.
I still think
I
we can
think
get him
push
if we
for
want
him.
him. I just think we've got to be decisive.
Yeah, you gotta just like make the move quick.
Exactly. So it's doable if I want him, but I just think Ivan Toney, Prem proven, you know exactly what you're going to get.
Yeah.
He's going to get
go
goals,
for
and
it.
also
And I think also
don't
because you
forget
do have
Højlund.
Højlund, yeah.
We have Højlund,
And I
who's
do
so
rate
score.
Højlund actually. Like I do think he's a
Bro,
good player.
and I see Ivan Toney when he gets that big move to a top Premier League club, he's just gonna smash it.
Yeah.
I see it, bro. I see
Mhm.
that happening.
yeah. So how much did we say Tony was going to be?
60.
60. So we save about 40 million for
Yeah.
English tax. Do you guys want to present me with any other options for wildcards?
Oh yeah.
So when this was happening, I was thinking about left wingers. I think that no one got in consideration Takefusa Kubo
Oh,
He can play
Kubo,
right as
yeah.
well.
He can play right.
or Nico Williams too. Both of them are shouts.
Did Nico Williams just sign a new contract though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but just
What's the
Yeah.
release clause on
I
that?
saw him
100
as well, but he's
120?
like his prices.
Yeah, you're paying out for him.
I have something a bit out of the blue probably as well. Not out of the blue, like the price
So
will be out
how
there.
much do we actually have left over? So
Yeah.
we've
We've got 70 that we're going to spend on Xavi Simmons, and
Plus
then
the
like
40, right?
So
So essentially
we
it's-
have like 110, but really, if you want to keep like 30 of it, so we have 80 million.
80 million. Yeah, so Xavi Simmons is fine.
Xavi Simmons is fine.
80.
Florian Wirtz.
And the next Kai Havertz or the next
Bro,
Thomas
no.
Muller?
He's
What was
ages above.
He's
Ages,
way better
years
than
above
way
Kai
better
Havertz.
than Kai Havertz.
He's over our budget.
How much is he?
85.
Yeah, just about. I think.
Bro, I think we
can't do
could
that.
take
How is Kubo?
85
How much
million
Kubo?
euros. Okay,
It's a little
70
bit over our
million
budget,
plus the 40. 70 plus the 40 is 110. The Levers were like what,
Kubo's
25?
50.
Kubo.
And he's
Kubo-
a right winger as well.
Kubo is doable. Kubo is very similar to Xavi Simmons in my opinion.
Because
Very similar.
better.
Xavi Simmons can play right wing as well.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, but Kubo. The level he's put in Real Sociedad.
He is good.
Ridiculous.
I just think the level of Xavi Simmons in the Bundesliga was
It's
mad.
been phenomenal.
He's been incredible.
He has been very
And
good.
then last season in PSV.
Was he
PSV.
Mhm.
Yes, PSV. Yeah. He was amazing PSV. As well.
And then, bro, this guy's been hyped up since the academy at
Yeah.
PSG. And then everyone, he left for PSV.
No,
Yeah.
he was hyped up in the Barcelona academy.
And then PSG.
He left to go to PSG to try and escape it, but it didn't work. And then he went to PSV
Mhm.
and then blew up.
Yeah.
So
As soon as he stepped out of the spotlight, he
Yeah.
just excelled.
Yeah.
Because you just
He has
left him
been-
to do his football.
Yeah.
And the thing is, right, he's not going to be the starter here, so he's not going to be in the limelight.
Mm.
But he is going to just come on and just.
that's
tear
why actually
defenses
I
apart.
might lean towards Kuba because I don't think Simmons is going to want to go somewhere. He doesn't
Yeah.
start.
Kubo. He's starting.
Or
I'm
you,
saying I think Simmons is going to be less likely to want to go somewhere he doesn't start. Than Kuba.
Yes.
or you play him over Chiesa.
And then also Kuba could be very good competition for Chiesa.
If not,
I
starting
mean,
over him.
I think
Right,
in that
yeah.
case, Ahmad and Palestri would probably both leave on loan rather than
Yeah.
just one of them.
Yeah.
But I love Xavi Simmons.
Xavi Simmons is the one, I think.
He's so really.
But if-
To be
I
fair, he's the
think so.
United fan. So.
I would love to see Xavi Simmons on the pitch. He would tear defenses apart, and you could use him as that right winger
He's still
option
so young. as well.
alongside Chiesa. You could rotate
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
I think he'd be okay with that as long as he was getting
He's
regular
20 years
football,
old.
which he would still get.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah,
You know
I'm
the
gonna go
good
with it.
potential
Xavi
you have.
Simmons.
The
Simmons.
potential you have with Simmons and Chiesa as well is that Chiesa can play that false nine, and he has done that
Yes.
before.
Yeah, because
And then you have that
gone,
Man City before Erling Haaland came. That Man City was more dangerous than Erling Haaland's Man City, I think. Like with Erling Haaland in it, I think it is.
the team that just won the treble.
Yeah, I still think it's more dangerous, bro. Like
The
the way they
start of the
play,
season, I
the
do
way
know
they
what you
No,
play.
it's difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult.
The way
I
they
do know what he
played-
means. I know what he
Yes,
means.
the way they
yeah.
played for me is more unpredictable. They were scoring goals left, right, and center. It was coming from everywhere.
Yeah, it was
It's
more
not as
exciting.
easy to mark a team that has like it's easier to have Erling Haaland there as an opposite team because you have your defenders like you gotta watch Erling. They try to get to Erling Haaland all the time. You know that. But when it wasn't like there, it was like
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
true that
I do.
now
agree.
with Manchester City, we saw like even this weekend versus Tottenham when Erling Haaland is not, he doesn't have his day.
yeah.
Man City just doesn't.
They
score
still
as much
scored
goals.
3 goals,
Yes, but imagine if Erling Haaland got his chance.
and they should have scored 4. But we'll talk about that in the pub show that's coming out on Friday.
yeah.
Exactly. So let's give you a little bit of a rundown of exactly what we've built here.
And then we'll wrap it up.
and then we'll wrap it up. So we've got our goalkeepers are going to be Onana, Bayindir, and then an academy boy.
Cool.
Don't know who it would be. Our centre backs are going to be Varane, Martinez, Delict, and Inacio.
It's good.
Quality.
Yeah,
Our right backs are going to be Wan-Bissaka and Frimpong. Our left backs are going to be Luke Shaw and Malacia.
Terrible.
Yeah, it could be better that.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Our centre mids are going to be, of course, Casemiro, Bruno, and who's the centre mid we went for in the end? It was Barella. And then our backups
And
will be Llorente,
And-
Kobe Mainoo, and Mason Mount.
And Xavi Simmons.
Xavi Simmons will be counted as a forward. In this, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Our right wingers will be, of course, Chiesa and Xavi Simmons. Of course, we're going to send Diallo and Palestri out on loan because we've signed 2 of them.
Mhm.
Our left wingers will be Rashford and Garnacho, and then leaving our strikers being Hoyland.
Don't you say it.
Don't say the third one.
Ivan Toney and
Do not
Scott
say the third
McTominay.
one.
Scott McSauce banging in the goals.
And on that,
horrible football player. here.
Awful.
What a
no.
rebuild, boys.
Gee.
Thank you very much for joining me on that.
yeah.
I really enjoyed
Where does
going
this
through
team
it.
place?
Oh, that's a shout, actually.
Actually, how about this? Let us know in the comments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let us know where this
Yes.
team
Yeah.
team places in the Premier League
And
next season.
Let us know if you want to see more of these, by the way.
Yeah.
'cause
I would
Yeah.
love to do a Seville one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be really cool.
I think that would be really
It would
fun.
be difficult right now.
It'd be
because we
difficult.
I know
It'd
one.
be difficult, but it could be really good.
I know one
Yeah.
player you're gonna get rid of.
should- half of a team.
And if you guys really want that, let us know in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed it.
Yes.
Obviously, unfortunate guest today, but I think we did pretty well considering it.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next week for another Blue podcast. Cheers.
Cheers. See
Cheers.
everyone
Ciao,
later.
guys.